Welcome back everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the Indominus Rex skeleton. So get out your drawing device. I'm using my Graphic Gear 500 mechanical pencil, and I might be using some shading pencils today. But yeah, the skeleton will not require that much shading. So yeah, let's dive right in. This Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is coming out tomorrow, so I thought it was appropriate to draw this Indominus Rex skeleton in memory of the first Jurassic World movie. So yeah, let's put a little outline. Even though we're doing a skeleton, we still have to do an outline. The head is going to be right about here, so draw an oval. Draw another oval for the open mouth there. The neck will be sort of like so, sort of crouched, lower to the ground. The hip will be right about there. Thigh bone. Foot will be right about here. Have its other leg bent back. Feet there. Then the tail is just sort of off in that direction. Have a shoulder blade. The ribs will be right about here. Have one arm bent back. It's going to be on 3 of its limbs, because we're going to have this one, the right arm will be on the ground like so. So yeah, that's a quick outline of our Indominus Rex skeleton. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but soon we'll start putting in some refinement. So for right now, I'm going to focus just on the skull. Then we'll move on to the rest of the body. So yeah, let's put in some more detail into the skull. And start by getting the basic shape. Just gonna have like that sort of Allosaurus type spike there. Got a long head. The head's almost the size of the body, or the rib cage. Gonna be kind of curved like so. So we're gonna sort of see the other side of the jaw. Nose will be right about there. Have this round cavity. The eye cavity here, the ear cavity. And then of course the bottom jaw is going to attach right here, about there. It's going to be wide. The mouth will be wide open. We'll make sure our jaw is the right length there by measuring it. So yeah, that's sort of what the Indominus Rex skull should look like. Take your eraser and let's erase the lines we no longer need. I'm gonna actually redo this bottom jaw. The bottom jaw is a little, maybe I made it a little too long. Anyways, you can see the other side of the skull there. Now let's actually get into detail. So since this is a hollow cavity, we're going to be able to see the other side of it. So let's draw the opposite cavity that's on the other side, like so. And then here's where you can shade. You can shade right about here. And leave the other side blank. I apologize for the noise in the background. That's air conditioner I'm using right now for the summertime. Should probably do my videos in another room. So yeah, let's put in this horn it's got. It's got these other little spikes leading up to it. Of course, this is more of a concept art type drawing, because hopefully we'll get a better image once Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out, because we all saw that Indominus Rex skeleton in the trailer, which is going to be really cool. By the way, guys, no one comment any spoilers, because I'm not going to see the movie until like 3 days after it comes out. So those of you who are seeing it on the first day, please don't leave any spoiler comments in the comments below. So we're gonna make this line here. It's sort of like a crack that leads from the nose up. We're gonna shade the nose in completely. Now for the eye area, there's a bunch of stuff in the skull in the eye area, so we'll put that in. Right now I'm reading Jurassic Park, the book. His friend gave it to me for my birthday. It's actually pretty good. It's much different than the movie, which I'm used to. But the book was written first, so probably people who read the book first are probably like, wow, the movie changed stuff in the book a lot. I'm trying to figure out how this works out. It's got a bunch of stuff inside the skull area there. So let's put this cavity in, like so. I guess we can put a light shade inside here, like so. So there's also going to be a line coming from here to the bottom of the skull. And here's where we're going to put in the teeth. Just want to get these cracks put in correctly, like so. So I think this bone right here is the jugal bone, and according to paleontologists, that's the most important bone, because with that bone alone you can pretty much estimate the entire size of the carnivorous dinosaur's skull. It's a pretty helpful bone. So again, be sure to use your eraser. This is kind of a thick eraser. I'm looking at, yeah, I have a regular school pencil eraser that might even work better for these small areas. So erase the lines we don't need anymore that were left over. Just gonna erase the other side of the jaw for now while we put in the teeth. So yeah, the top jaw is pretty much done. All we have to do is add the teeth. Now, Indominus Rex teeth are much different than T-Rex teeth. They're really random and different size and shapes, and they even go in different directions. Indoraptor's teeth are very similar to the Indominus Rex's, and even the teeth on the bottom are actually larger than the ones on the top. Interestingly enough, unlike Tyrannosaurus Rex, which the top teeth will go over the bottom teeth, but not so with the Indominus Rex. I think they did that to make the Indominus Rex look a little bit more evil, that it has an underbite. To complete that line, we'll also shade this in. This is the other side of the skull. Shade a little bit between the teeth, not too much. Like so. And now let's add the teeth that are on the other side. I'm really excited for this new movie, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, because I'm actually going to see it in the theaters. You guys probably won't believe this, but I actually didn't see Jurassic World in the theaters, which was unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen it when it first came out, but I actually didn't see it until a few months later after it came out. So I was actually one of the later people among my friends to see Jurassic World, even though I've been known as the dinosaur kid for a while now. I'm sure almost all of you who watch my channel are sort of the dinosaur kid in your family or school or whatever. There's like those dinosaur kids who just know all the dinosaur names and usually are drawing the dinosaurs and stuff. When I meet another person who likes dinosaurs a lot, I'm like, wow, I thought I was the only one who was crazy about dinosaurs. Let's just put these ferocious teeth on the bottom. I'm actually going to erase these teeth here because I made them a little too small. Put some big teeth in there. So I hope this movie is better than the first Jurassic World movie. I mean, even though I love the first Jurassic World movie, I always feel like the sequels should be a little bit better than the first movie, because they're usually not. Most of the time the first movie is the best movie, and the sequels are pretty good, but not as good as the first one. So I hope this one's really good. I mean, they promised it would have more dinosaurs than any other Jurassic movie, so I'm really excited for that. That'll give me tons of content to draw for my YouTube channel, so I'm really excited about that. And of course I'm reading all your comments. I just haven't responded to a lot of them lately because I've been really busy. But after the movie comes out, I will try and respond to more comments. I'm trying to avoid the comment section because I'm afraid that I might read some spoiler. Some kid's gonna write something about the movie in one of the videos, in one of the comments. So that's why I'm avoiding the comment section until I've seen the movie. I'm really serious about the spoiler stuff. I really don't want to get any spoils for this new movie. I've even avoided like all the Jurassic World YouTube channel and stuff like that, and all the new clips that they're releasing, because just with the 2 trailers that came out, that was a ton of content they released. So yeah, let's erase this. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of time on this drawing. I'm just not used to drawing the Indominus Rex skeleton. I know I've been talking about it, but I've been procrastinating quite a lot about drawing it because I was just not up for the challenge until today. I'm actually gonna make the bottom jaw a little longer so it will fit with the top jaw. So I hope you guys enjoyed the intro to my YouTube channel. If you guys have any ideas on how I could improve it, please comment below. So I would like to get a nice permanent intro that I'll use for a few years, or something that'll become more of a trademark. Some type of intro that people will associate with Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. So adding a little bit of shading, but I think we've spent enough time on this head. It's been 10 minutes of video on just the head. That's quite a long time. So yeah, let's move on to the neck here. For the neck, I'm going to make the process a little easier by just making it make a tube type shape. And then we're going to draw these lines for each of the vertebrae into circular sections. The reason I'm not putting so much detail is because it's going to be covered with spikes. So each vertebrae is going to have a spike there. Actually, let's erase the top line so it doesn't get in the way of our spikes. We'll also add in the quills of the Indominus Rex. So yeah, put in these spikes. Just a bunch of rows of them. So thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I'm really excited that we've hit 5,000, and like that was just like 2 weeks ago, and now I've already got like 5,500. It's amazing how my channel's been growing lately. I probably owe it a lot of it to the the main reason I'm getting a lot of subscribers, I think, is that the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie is coming out. A lot of people are getting excited about dinosaurs and stuff like that. But I could be wrong. It could be for some other reason. So let's shade the bottom area here of the neck. We have those quill type things coming from the bottom of the neck. Let's sort of make a vertebrae type shape thing on the top of each of these little sections of the neck. Make these lines a little darker. So now we can put the spikes or quills, call them what you may, on the top of the neck. Like so. So I had someone comment recently that I was drawing too fast. Maybe that could be because I time-lapsed part of my tutorials. I want to do that to make the video shorter, because otherwise I end up with these hour-long videos, which very few people will actually have the patience to watch. So I like to time-lapse some of the boring parts, like the scales. So let's focus right now on the arm of our Indominus Rex. We're going to actually first put in the shoulder blade right about here. It's got that classic theropod dinosaur shoulder blade. If you haven't drawn a skeleton, I might be confusing you, but like this is a shape I've been used to for quite some time now. I've drawn tons of T-Rex skeletons and stuff like that. If you're wondering what it looks like, I got my T-Rex skeleton model with me here today, at least part of it. So like there's the shoulder blade right here. So that's what we're going to be drawing, except today it's going to be with the Indominus Rex, not the T-Rex. See, let's put in the first half of the arm. The upper arm, I guess. It's going to be quite thick and a little short. The forearm is going to be a little longer. Like so. It's also going to be kind of thick, and we'll add these are definitely quills, not spikes. It's got these quills that come from the forearm, which I thought were one of the coolest features on the Indominus Rex. So I'm going to be drawing the Indominus Rex a lot soon. I want to do a tutorial on the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World Alive, one from Jurassic World Evolution. They all pretty much look the same, but they have slight differences. The one from Jurassic World Alive looks pretty cool. So if you guys would like me to draw stuff from Jurassic World Alive, I'd be more than happy to do so. The game's actually pretty cool. Sort of similar, but much different in many ways than the other Jurassic World. From Jurassic World, the game. I like the Pokemon aspect of it. You can collect dinosaurs in places all around the world. That part I thought was pretty cool. So let's put in these claws. They're going to be a little hard to see from these angles. I'm actually going to color them in. So they're going to be black. Got these evil bird-like claw talons. I'm actually going to move the ground a little lower to give our Indominus Rex a little more space. Might have drawn the head a little too large, I now realize. Let's just put this line for the floor. I should be using my brush. I got this new brush, but cement brushing away drawing debris, but I mostly just blow it off. See how let's add in the other arm? Right about here. This one's actually going to be supporting a bunch of the weight of the Indominus Rex. I think it's cool when the Indominus Rex crouches like on all fours. In some ways you feel sorry for the Indominus Rex. I know it's like a bad dinosaur and all, but it really doesn't know, it's not really the fault of the Indominus Rex, it's the fault of the people who created it. That caused all that damage, because that's all it knew. Like Owen says, the only relationship it has is with the food crane. But I guess it was kind of a mean dinosaur because it did have a sibling and it killed it. So that was not very nice, the Indominus Rex. It's got these 3 fingers with the claw in. I'm doing a pretty bad job on these hands. Anyways, we sort of get the idea that the hand's on the ground, of the claws sort of stuck in the ground. So yeah, then we're done with the arms. Actually, yeah, the quills, almost forgot. I want to do a portrait of Owen, make a speed drawing out of that. So be looking out for that video. I've already done a drawing of Chris Pratt, but this one I want to actually do a speed drawing on Owen. It's basically Chris Pratt, but in Owen's clothes. With maybe a dinosaur or something next to him. So the backbone is going to be right about here. The ribs shouldn't be too hard to draw. Let's have a light line here. Let's do the ribs first before we continue on with the backbone, because I want to put in the ribs and then we'll do 1 vertebrae for each rib. Skeletons are actually one of the hardest things to draw in dinosaurs. Especially getting the proportions right is hard with the skeletons. When I was younger, I mostly drew dinosaur skeletons because that's what I saw in the museums. Then after that I started creating the dinosaurs with skin and muscle and stuff. But yeah, skeletons are the hardest to draw. So let's put these ribs in. Then we get a little smaller, just get closer to the hip. Maybe a little closer together as well. So yeah, it looks pretty good. We're also going to have the belly ribs, which will be right about here. So make this line. And actually, well, I'll wait until we put in the leg. Let's focus on the vertebrae right now, the backbone. So I'm actually going to erase this line. There we go. So we'll have 1 section of vertebrae for each rib. Like so. Then we'll add some shading in after we finish all the vertebrae. Yeah, so if you want to become like a paleo artist, you definitely have to know a lot about the bone structure of dinosaurs before you start drawing them and calling it accurate. I mean, my channel, almost none of the dinosaurs are accurate, and I realize that. I know people are always reminding me that in comments. But that's because I draw mostly stuff from Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, which are pretty inaccurate. And the T-Rex is accurate enough. Maybe not the size or how it acts in the movie, but its looks are pretty much how, at least how I think T-Rex looked like. So we add that shading in. Let's see if we get a good camera angle there. Then we'll add the top of the vertebrae here. So even though the Indominus Rex does have spikes on its back on this reference image, I don't see any. So let's go ahead and put in this hip bone. Like so. We'll have the thigh bone. The back legs of Indominus Rex are not that large. I think T-Rex might stand a little taller than the Indominus Rex. So once the movie comes out, then I'll start drawing scenes from the movie. And I know a lot of you have been requesting the Indoraptor on top of the house against the moonlight. So I'm definitely going to draw that. I need to find a good reference image and stuff. And don't worry, I'll try to avoid saying too many spoilers in my videos. And if I do, I'll probably have it in the title, like a spoiler warning. So now I'm adding the belly ribs. Might as well put them in. I would add the ribs on the other side, but that usually clutters the drawing a little too much, so I'm going to avoid that today. So erase this part of the outline we no longer need. Let's do the bottom half of the leg. Really need to learn the names of these. I know this is the femur, I think. Yeah, I'm sure I have it written down somewhere. The names of all the bones. See how the bone looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add in the feet. Let me see how we're doing with time. Okay, not bad. It's definitely looking a little better than the T-Rex skeleton tutorial, which I did a few years ago. I can't believe that video is so popular. I was like, this video is going to be trashy, which it is. I don't even know what I did with the drawing. I didn't even want to keep it because I was unhappy with how it turned out. So yeah, let's put in the segments here of the foot. Dinosaur feet are very difficult to draw, even in skeletal form. It's got these different little segments here. Put in the claw, which I'll color in. It's got the middle toe, which is going to be the longest. Got 1, 2, maybe, yeah, 3 segments, I guess. put that foot in. Now this other side of the foot we will not be able to see that well. It'll be covered. See the toe on that side. And in fact, I'm going to erase this line because it looks like the foot is tilted, but it's not. We want to have it more steady. So let's get this ground a little more solid. Make it look a little more, make the dinosaur look more stable on the ground. So maybe I'll actually draw the foot, the next foot, first, and then draw the bones. Or at least just do an outline of the. So I'll have one bone coming down here, one leading down. The foot will be right about there. But actually, before I do that, I just realized we haven't put in the hip bone. So we'll put that in. It's going to be blocking our view of the thigh bone. So shade that. Then it's also going to have the other part of the hip bone, like so. So yeah, let's put in the foot. We'll be right about here. So this part of this toe only has 2 segments, then the claw. So that'll be right about here. Then we'll actually see the little dew claw. It's right about there. So the middle toe, as I said before, has 3 sections. So put those in. Put the claw in. Feel free to add some shading. And the other toe we won't really be able to see that well from behind there. So now we're going to add the lower leg bone, like so, which I actually think is made of 2 pieces. Yeah, it is, but we can't really see it that well from this angle on the side. Let me erase a little bit here, it's kind of messy. So this leg bone goes up here. It's going to connect to the thigh bone. Like so. Put in some shading. I want to be careful not to smudge because I've already done a lot of that. Add some more detail to the top there. So yeah, our skeleton is looking really great. Now all we have to do is add the tail. Maybe clean it up a bit. Like so. And my hand's probably full of graphite. So yeah, let's focus on the tail now. Usually I would draw the whole tail, but today I'm going to cheat and have it going off the page. So it'll spare me the pain of drawing all those segments of vertebrae. Let's refocus the camera there. So we're just going to have the tail going off into the distance, or out into the distance off the page. So I'll start by dividing these into little segments. Like so. I'll give each segment a little more shape, because that's not what they actually look like. They don't look like little circular tubes. Give each one like a little curve there. Also want to put these little plates on top of there, going off the page. Then each one's going to have these little knobs coming up out of the vertebrae. Like so. I know I'm doing it a little quick. I apologize for that. You can always pause the video. So now I'm going to add these segments, which will be a little longer and a little more delicate. And I have a bad habit of always making them too small. With Indominus Rex, it's a long tail, so let's not make them especially small just yet. So that's good enough. Now all we have to do is sign our drawing. Actually, no, let's add a little bit of shading. A little bit of shading. On the bottom part at least. I could spend hours on this drawing, like seriously. This is more of a 5-hour type drawing. If I was to actually take time, but since it's a YouTube tutorial, I'm gonna leave it at, let's see, I can't really tell the time because I made it in several different videos and just glued them together. But yeah, let's try. I'm trying to keep the tutorials under 45 minutes. Let's erase. Cleaning up would be a good idea, and then we'll sign our drawing. So yeah, I always sign my drawing right in this corner here. Be sure to put the date. I'll actually add the month so we'll know that it was made. Actually, let's add even the date. Even though it's not the 22nd, I'm gonna write the 22nd because it was around the time Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment what you'd like me to draw next, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and yeah, check the links in the description below for Danny the Dinosaur Drawer merch. Check out my music channel and all the other good stuff in the links in the description below. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.